What's going on, guys? If y'all could let me know if you can hear me or not, it'd be cool. Yeah, I hear you. Work sucks. What's going on, Melissa? Phoenix? Man, I wish I could set nicknames because it's not weird calling y'all by your real names from the nerd community. You guys suck. What's going on, Mystery Garden? Mystery Snail Garden. Glitch. Nothing too exciting going on today, guys. But I busted a tank yesterday, and that's where this came from. So it's just an idea. Oh, I'm sorry. Now I feel even worse. Give it a few minutes here. Let some more people roll in here. Now, nerd community. This is the fish community. Fish community. This is the nerd community. Anybody from the fish community, if you see any names that you don't normally see, they are going to be from the nerd community. Most of them are really good friends of mine. All great people. You guys should all get along. So, yeah. What's going on, 3G? Monster Fish Gal. Nice. Not very many people, besides myself, are part of both communities. I enjoy it. It's hard to keep up sometimes, but I enjoy it. Yes, it is better, Rev. And a sword just for you. How about that? Anybody got any interesting going on this week? Anything interesting going on this week? Sorry, I got mush mouth really bad today. All right. So has anybody ever resealed a tank or anything before? What's going on, John? Not a whole lot, man. Talking about some broken fish tanks. Hey, is it a saltwater tank, Melissa? You got some funky water or funky tap water then. I really only have to worry about dechlorinating my stuff. So I don't worry about using tap water or not for most of my stuff, even a lot of my salt water. Nice. Yeah. I have to do it quite a bit, unfortunately. Had a tank yesterday, picked it up and the trim fell and the tank dropped partial way out of my hand and smacked another tank and busted the side of it. I got pretty mad and ended up throwing the damn thing. Just a little 20-gallon. But I also ended up having to reseal that other tank. I had to drain it. So that's where this is all coming from. And I figured it'd be a good topic because everybody seems to think you need to go all the hell out when you're trying to reseed planks. And you seem smart enough, Glitch, to know that you don't have to. So you should get what I'm saying. What is your baby? Dude, do it anyways, whether I do it or not. Shit. Who knows? Might do better than me. Probably. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Don't put that much faith in me now. Yeah, it gets pretty scary when you get a nice old tank and you go to scrape the damn seal out and it just pulls out with your fingertips without even doing anything. Oh, I thought you were talking about your baby like you had a special fish, not beneficial bacteria. Yeah, you can for sure. Yeah, it is really similar. hmm Um, actually, like I only use three different tools. I found this just randomly trying to see if stuff worked, but I used to use the edge of a lighter, the ass end of a lighter. It's got that kind of curved edge there. Um, when you put it up between a nice 90-degree angle, it makes a nice rounded kind of curved press for put your silicone. It looks real neat. But I ended up finding this, which is just an old pot scraper. One of those hard plastic pot scrapers, got different size edges and stuff, and you use the one side. And that works really nice. It's really not. And then a caulk gun, and that's it. Just regular silicone one. Um, this is the stuff I use, just the GE. Works just fine. Used it for years, lasted for years. So for that, so I use. And besides that, I left it at the shop, but I just have it's a metal handle, but it's just a flat razor handle. That's all it is. That's all I use. Sometimes I can't even get my fat ass fingers around that to get in the crack right to get it. So I just use just a straight flat edge razor. That's it. Um, doesn't even cost $20 for all that if you do it right. Most important thing is making sure you don't get no bubbles in your silicone. It can look like bird shit after that, but as long as there's no bubbles in that corner of that silicone, you're gonna be good. It'll hold water. Um, I had to teach myself that. So, and if anybody knows me, I'm not artistic in any way. Um, so yeah, it looked like shit for a long time. So just take an old tank and practice with it. Keep scraping it out. Another little trick that I've learned, if you take real fine grit sandpaper and then you kind of fold it so you're only getting maybe a quarter of an inch on touching each sides of the glass where the corners meet, and then just scrape it up side and down there. Use a little bit of alcohol too, that really allows that silicone to stick on there real good. Um, but my scaping's artistic, but that's about all I can fucking do. I can't draw. I can't do nothing like that, and it makes my heart sad because I would love to be able to. How's it going, Eduardo? So we got S. Nice. Yep. They actually do make tools for putting caulking in like that. Usually just find it for tile and stuff like that. It's where I found the other little tool I use. I don't use it very often though, because I don't need to. I don't know. It's just like a little yellow piece of plastic that's got little like curved hooks on it that are made for getting down in corners and stuff like that with caulking and silicone and whatever. Well, let's do it. Like I said, I threw that tank after it pissed me off after I broke it. So that's not really sealable anymore, but who knows? What's the biggest tank anybody has resealed? For me, it was a 1500. Um, it was actually the easiest tank I ever did. I was able to sit inside of it. I didn't have to move it. I didn't have to do anything. You know, see, and I wouldn't even know that because I mean, I've used just this for so long that I haven't bothered really to go look. I will say though, the only thing that makes it difficult with, dude, it cost right around $500 for all the silicone for that. It is. I was just about to say the hardest part of doing a big tank like that is how much silicone you have to use. But as long as you make sure you have enough to get through the entire job when you start, you're good. It's not really an issue. Done it a few times. Not really on that tank, but another tank, bigger tanks where I just ran out of silicone 3/4 of the way through it. Yeah. I don't know if I said anything before, but last week I moved over a bunch of my broke down tanks to my new shop, and I'm sitting here looking on the camera, and I noticed three of my tanks got huge ass spider web cracks all over them randomly. Place is locked up. I know I locked it. Got cameras and shit. So um, I know nobody got in there, but I got there and it was so apparently it was so cold. My tank started breaking. I lost 32 tanks, mostly yeah, mostly 75s. Uh, that also pushed me to make this stream, I guess. But I guess I chalked that up to my own dumbass fault. But brought some heaters over there and it fixed it. So now I got to order some more tanks. The only thing I'm grateful for is they were none of the tanks that I currently need. Out of the over 200 tanks I need, I'm only using I think somewhere around 45, 50 of them. Moved everything else over already. So I can, but It's just too much work. I'd rather just go buy new ones, especially when I can get them at wholesale prices. The new one wasn't. I'm still waiting on the HVAC guy to get there, but I've got the place heated now. I just never up here. I've never seen it get so cold to just fucking crack a tank like that ever. Never seen it. So. Shit, right. What fucking downtime? That's the worst part. I get no damn downtime. Give me a second here. Dogs. All right. Sorry about that. Amazon stopped by. It's the only time you'll ever hear my damn dogs. No, none of them had water in them. They were all empty. Like I said, they're all broke down because I had just moved them over there from the old shop. Nope, not bumped around in transport. I have an army of blankets and moving towel or moving sheets and stuff that I use. That and I mean, I checked them all because I'm pretty sketchy like that. Yeah, I know you can't see me. I haven't turned my camera back on yet. Yeah, see, I've left tanks out year round like that before too. I've never seen it, but I started going through there. I mean, I didn't throw away a lot of tanks. Hell, I had a couple of them do it right next to me while I was in there when I went to go see what the hell was going on. Yeah. Um, when you start getting larger tanks like that, when they start getting older, um, I've noticed you have to start keeping an eye. Like, okay, when they put together a tank, they use adhesive for the glass itself, and then they put the caulking in the corner to make it watertight. Um, After a while, or after so many resealings or whatever, people scraping at the edge there, that goes away. And a lot of times, that after a while, it can just give way. Doesn't happen very often, but it's a thing. It's always in the back of my mind too. Luckily, none of my bigger tanks are really more than 4 years old, so I don't know. I just did my best not to get mad over all those tanks busting. It sucks, but at least there was no fish in them. So it really broke my heart. Take my tank, but just can't take my fish. Fuck you. Yeah. I've never had that happen before. I was so like dumbfounded. I couldn't even get mad. I was just like, all right, I guess I'll just go get some fucking heaters. Does anybody need any information on how to reseal a tank or have any questions? No, I didn't say anything about how to do it, but that's a whole ass another debate and debacle of itself. Yeah, this year's weather has been super messed up. My daughter's 2, almost 3. She's never seen a white Christmas, and I live in Ohio. Like, really pisses you off. Quite a few. I started off doing it on like 10 gallons and stuff like that, super thin tanks, and I broke a lot. It's harder to, I feel it's harder to drill a thin glass tank than something with a little bit thicker glass. But besides that, a lot. And I made sure to practice. And if I'd break a tank, I'd sit there and flip it over and try drilling the other side. So I just couldn't. Remove a top frame. Hmm. I Are you talking about like the Euro brace or like the trim? It's not too hard. I said I had to teach myself. So. Oh, um, gee. Unless you had another way to brace it some other way on top of it, I just wouldn't. To be honest, that's just my personal opinion. Um, I've screwed around a bit like that before, and I've had a tank just fall apart. So, but I guess I wouldn't go with anything over a 55 personally. Start getting over that, the risk of that happening just increases, and the problems with the amount of water increases. A 55 gallon can destroy $100,000 worth of house, no questions asked. Especially if it starts soaking into the floor. Yeah, yeah. The bottom's going to be more important than the top trim. I will say that, but I just that scares me. I'd rather just go out and buy a rimless tank personally. Makes me feel a little better, I guess. And yeah, that's what I do, Eduardo. That's all a tax write off, if I'm being honest. Yeah, it gets sketchy. Yeah, you're not wrong there, yes. If you definitely had another way to brace it, it wouldn't be too much of an issue. Brace it properly. sorry, this may be an what do you say? Not a very popular opinion, but I'm sorry. Putting a piece of glass along the back side of your tank at the very top and just sealing and coating it in place is not really a brace. It's not doing anything. You're just sticking a piece of silicone or just sticking a piece of glass to the other glass in the back. Um, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Man, that's gotta hurt, especially if you're a guy. 3G. Jeez. Ow. You gotta hurt both ends. Shit. What's going on, Pridemore? Yeah, it's one of my biggest fears too. When I first started doing what I do for a living, I was maintaining a customer's old 1,200 gallon, real nice house. Nothing I could ever afford. Um, it blew out, and he replaced God, over $100,000 in flooring. Luckily, I had insurance, which really saved my ass. But yeah, it's not fun. Mm. Yeah, I bet it wasn't tanked. That yeah, just in case anybody doesn't know, I own a business doing aquarium maintenance, um, setup, and acquisitions. Um, came across some funky stuff. Um, People just trying to straight take sheets of glass and silicone them together and figure it doesn't work. So they take a ratchet strap or a couple of ratchet straps and wrap it around it just so it'll hold on up straight. Yeah, I've seen that. That's fucked. Don't do that. Please don't. I will shame you if you ever show me something like that. I'm sorry, but that's bad. Yeah, it's you'd be surprised how many jobs I have to turn down. Um, and it sucks. It's not fun because that is money walking out the door as well. But you also, as a business professional, can't allow somebody else to make a fool out of yourself. For one, it's just your name running in the dirt. Yep, that's another big issue. Big issue. Everybody wants to use some willy nilly stand, whatever. Eventually, it starts to sag, and eventually, your shit ain't level no more. Yeah, but I like little fish in big tanks. I like those same fish you put in those little tanks in big tanks. It's fun. It's really fun. There ain't nothing like a 75-gallon nano tank. Yeah, I've got just behind me here. It's a 75. That's a 55. Yeah. There's a stand over here that's got another 180 gallons worth of tanks on it. And this has got another, what is that? 230s, 15, about another 90 gallons over here. It's not too bad, but it is a danger. But as long as you make sure you got your shit straight, I mean, it's not too much of an issue. Exactly, exactly. I know you guys have seen it, but I got a picture of a 75. It's planted. It's got a piece of wood in the middle, and it's just some bunch of grasses and stuff. It's all shrimp and I mean, little Rasboras. That's all that is. It's one of my favorite tanks. Shit, a bar to see somebody hold a tank together with a bar clamp would be pretty fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie. It'd be an interesting tank. Yeah, 75 gallons are my top favorite tank. That's most of what I got, at least at the shop, anyways. Oh, you're good, man. You had a chat full of mostly women here, and they probably talk more than you. Yeah, I went there. Yeah, they got the fucking the tar edge or the the tar for the sealant. Trying to rip apart one of those is a pain in the ass. I'll tell you what. Who is Niles? I'm just curious. Yeah, Axelrod Eye, pretty great. I'm still stuck on these freaking Pascal rainbows, man, which is what's in this tank. The yellow spotted or the blue-eyed yellow spotted Pseudomcgill. Oh, he's a little Fahaka. Okay. I knew you had a Fahaka. I just didn't know it had a name. Yeah. Not quite sure how long we'll keep this going. I do not have any Gertrude or Gertrude. I just like call them Gertrude or Get Rude because I don't know. I'm a fucking jackass, and it's funny. Nope, don't have any at the moment. Pretty little buggers though. It's actually the I've never really messed with too many rainbows or Pseudomcgill or anything like that. These guys are the ones that caught my eye. I'm real picky when it comes to my fish. Mm. Yeah, the Nanostomus isn't bad either. My favorite nano besides those guys are Phoenix Rasboras. I love those little fuckers. I got two of them in here, and they are the friendliest little things. They always like to hang out right here and just sit there and watch. It's funny. I no, I did not name it yet because I just haven't thought about it. Okay. Yeah, it's no, I call them the Paskai rainbows. Is what it's easiest to find them by. Paskai. Some fish I will name. Some fish I will name. like my eels and some of my knife fish and stuff like that. An axolotl, it'll get any name when I think of it or I remember it, if I ever did think of one. Um, yeah, that's about it. I even have a hard time naming some of my reptiles. I have a bad habit of going, "Oh, hey, come here, iguana." Right, come here, Sneaky. That's I'm weirdo like that. I think here soon though, I'm gonna hit the salt water real hard. You have a good day, Tank. Thanks for stopping in. It's nice talking to you. Turn off my camera for a second here. I'll stay up though. So, what? I'm looking for new ideas. I'm getting bored. Um, it, I made sure to practice at home before I started doing it for a living. Yeah, Phoenix. I just name him Argy or some dumb shit like that. I'll name my chameleons and stuff. But like if I have like a whole rack full of fucking ball pythons, I'm not naming them. I'll name my favorite one, maybe. But if I have a rack full of ball pythons, they're not mine, or I'm selling them. Been a while since I've done anything like that, reptile wise. Yeah. Got a little surprise for you when I turn my camera back on, though. But I know you guys remember me talking to talking to you guys before about some lights Viper Spectre sent me. I'm gonna pull it out of the box here so you guys can get a look at it. If you guys get a chance and go over there and give Tanked Aquatics a subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Maybe me too if you haven't already. I will love you forever. But I need some ideas. I want to do a saltwater tank, but I don't know exactly what I want to do in it. I really don't. I mean, I'm not too picky about it as long as it looks good. That's all that matters to me. I just kind of want it to look decent. Um, I've been thinking about some jellyfish and stuff like that, or an octopus even. Forever, ever. I promise. Shit. Oh, I mean, maybe not the alerts, but I ain't got that much interesting shit now. I mean, I do, but you just never know. Maybe I just don't feel like it. Yeah. I definitely want smaller saltwater fish. I just don't know what the fuck I want to get. And if I get like an octopus, I'm pretty limited on what I would want to put in there. So I want to. If I do get some of those Caribbean octopus, like I was talking about last stream, I want them at home so I can actually pay attention to them instead of just rush through it because I'm at work. There is. I'm just an indecisive bastard. I can't make up my own mind. I like it all. I don't care as long as it's not shit colored. I hate like the nasty brown colored anemones and crap. They're ugly. I don't care what they are, as long as they got some pretty colors and they look good. Gobies are nice. I like the Watchmans a lot. The yellow Watchmans. I don't know. I was thinking of it's kind of a long shot, but I was thinking a couple of one or two. Keep them in separate tanks. I think of those Caribbean octopus, and then the one like one of those banded pipefish, and maybe a seahorse or two. Fuck that. I hate lionfish, and it's not just because what's going on down in Florida and shit. They eat everything, man. They suck. They are, but and you can probably go and I mean, technically, you can buy them from the same place I bought those ones from for about $100 too. And they can be, but it's just not too hard to prevent them from getting out. Sea snake would be cool. It's just extremely hard to get your hands on them around here and to make a proper enclosure for them. Some need a lot of space, some need a little bit of space. It just depends on the species, really. Starfish would be cool. It could probably be doable. I know I want to start a nudibranch tank. And if you don't know what a nudibranch is, that is a or sea hare or something like that. Um, I'm not going to delve too deep into that because I think I just found the next topic for next week. Garden eels are nice. I can get some nice orange, white banded ones off Arizona Gardens. Yeah, sea slugs would be cool too. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And there are thousands of different species of them. My favorite so far is the blue dragon. And I can actually get one. Them. I don't have a tank I feel suitable for them. Yep. And I can actually order dead man of wars to feed it too. 'Cause that's one of their natural uh, diets is man of war jellyfish. Yep. I got everybody over in the nerd community all up and in and on and around nudibranches. I mean, they're a little venomous. They're not really the handling type of stuff. Like honestly, a lot of anemones and urchins and stuff that are already in the hobby are. Just don't touch that fucking jellyfish. It does. That would be pretty cool. I know I have plans, rough plans to get a couple more 300-gallon tank setups exactly the way the one I have now is at the shop. And I want to do kind of like three different types of saltwater tanks, do a full reef tank, nothing but anemones and corals and invertebrates and stuff like that. And another tank that's just a fowler display with some really nice, I want some predator fish. And then the last one, just kind of have like a really nice community reef tank that I can actually just enjoy instead of work out of. It sucks moving everything around all the time. Yeah. Yep. But like I was saying, if I'm going to be feeding that blue dragon man of war jellies, I'm gonna have to pay a little more attention to them. It's not necessarily going to kill me, but it'll fucking hurt. It'll fucking hurt. Hmm. Toadfish are so fun. I love watching them just crawl around the bottom of the tank and up and over the rocks and stuff. They're so cute. I want some lumpfish, really bad. Lumpfish would be great. I gotta go visit a salmon farm or something down south somewhere and go nab some from them. Speaking of bottom dwellers, I really want some like sea moths and stuff like that. There's a pair. Um, there's a, I don't remember the name of them, but they're in the documentary that we're going to be taking a look at in the party chat over on Father Fish's channel Saturday or Sunday. Um, but it's a pair. They're I can't remember the name for the scientific name for it, but they pair for life, and they're just really cool. Look like little triangles that walk on these little fucking legs. They're cute. It's supposed to be pretty personable too, if you can manage to get past their skittishness. Hmm. I don't know. It might be. Let me see here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they definitely could be. There's a lot. That's not the popular video that you see go around of those guys doing that. It's not the only species that does it, but yeah, it's pretty close to what those guys are. There's a hell of a lot of different species of frogfish too that I like as well. See if I can find a good picture of one. I like the smaller species of them. Like this cute little fella. Pull it up here for you guys. These little fellas, they get bigger than this, but they grow pretty slow. I really like these white ones a lot, but yeah, these are what I like. There's one called a giant frogfish. Their hunting style and everything's quite a bit different. what these smaller guys are. They are fucking ugly, but these little guys are all super cute. Super cute. This guy is kind of ugly too. A little white bellied spotted guy in the bottom right. They're cute little aliens. They're kind of closely related to, what are they? Anglerfish. They even have like a little, this picture here. This thing here, that little whisker thing sticking on the top, kind of acts the same way. It's a lure. But yeah, it is an alien. I don't know. There's other stuff though that are fucked up looking, like wolffish. You ever seen a wolffish? Or a one? I'm sorry, not a wolffish, a wolf eel. They're mean, they're ugly, and they always got a bad attitude. Like, I've never been bit by an eel, but a fucking wolf eel, and they suck. Yeah, I can understand that. I definitely understand that. I've always wondered, like, how easy would it be for man to recreate one of these organisms, like an anemone or something like that, from scratch? Because if that's the case, I mean, who knows? Maybe they are. Don't know. Hmm. I don't know. What do you guys want to do? We can bring people up here. We can bullshit some more. We can. What do you guys want to do? Yeah, I do, Melissa. It's pretty creepy. To watch videos of them doing it is even creepier. Well, not really doing it, but there's videos of them male going up and latching onto the female and stuff. There you go. Speaking of the party chat, I am doing a weekly party chat on Father Fish's Discord channel, for everybody. Um, Anybody's welcome. Doesn't matter. We're going to be talking about, or the island of Sulawesi, just off of Indonesia, particularly the northern part of it, and the Limbe Straits just off of the island. Pretty fun. Um, a lot of awesome, awesome, awesome animals. Sat there and watched it by myself last week because nobody showed up. Assholes. No, but yeah, it's fun. I think you guys would enjoy it if you were there. Talk about a bunch of reptiles too. That place is packed full of reptiles. It's awesome. No, I actually woke up to the porcelain throne this morning, so I stayed home today. First day in a while. I was actually going to do this at work yesterday, but Rev, I know you're trying to insinuate something there, but I don't understand what you're trying to get me to realize. Oh, you're making fun of me from when I guy held over at work last week, didn't you? Asshole. It is. It really is. Yes. And a lot of these species like that are in this area are just you can't find them anywhere else, and it's awesome. Sunday. Let me look here. Pull it up. Yeah, Sunday at 7 or Sunday the 16th at 7:30 Eastern Central Standard Time. Get a link to it here. For those of you who've already part of the channel. And for those of you who are not part of Father Fish's Discord channel, make sure you guys go follow him in on YouTube and grab the link from him. It should be in his description for the Discord. Father Fish is an older gentleman, great guy. Knows lots about natural aquariums, and he's helped my business a lot on that aspect. So go check him out. I'll pull up his YouTube link here. Thank you. Cool beans. Yeah. So does anybody have any broken tank horror stories? Gotta give me the juicy stuff. I mean, 3G. I mean, sure. Never used Discord before? All right. Let's going to throw up a couple more links here for everybody for the Nerd YouTube channel. Nerd stands for New England Reptile Distributors. It's I say one of the largest reptile distributors in the eastern part of the United States. I mean, largest breeders, I should say. It works from anything from small little house geckos to alligators and 20-foot reticulated pythons and king cobras and vipers, all sorts of stuff. Kevin really cares about his animals. He's a really great guy. Donnie's a cameraman. He's super funny. And together they make a really great team. And I think you all would enjoy their content as well. God damn it. Keep forgetting to open up in a new tab instead of just fucking up my tab I'm on. They also have a Twitch account, which I'm always on, including the YouTube. I'm a moderator and admin for all of their social media. Um, yes, he loves his piranhas too. He does have a fish store in uh, his shop as well. Um, but we don't really see too much of it because we're more focused on reptiles. But um, Kevin's a huge fish guy too. There's the Twitch link. Oh man, that would at a museum too. That's crazy. Damn, Phoenix, that sucks. Hmm, taking forever to throw links up here. I'm sorry. All right, this link is good for 7 days until I post the next one next week. But that's for the Discord for New England Reptile as well. If anybody's got any links they want to throw up, do it. I don't give a shit. Just don't rickroll me. Yeah, dojo loaches are my favorite fish. I have a fuck ton of them. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, on the Discord, yeah. Lots of people. I'm the only one that's open about it in there, besides Valhoon. And I'm slowly converting everybody to love fish. I've gotten a bunch of people to get fish tanks over the last year and a half or so. It's kind of funny. One. And that's because the water got too warm, and that was the only reason, I feel. I've never really seen too many of them. That was with the clown loach. It got way too hot. The water was over 90 degrees. Yeah, these guys like to call me the fish Jesus on the nerd Discord. It's kind of funny. I haven't really. I don't see that too. I don't know if it's just me and the way I keep fish, but I don't get too many flotation issues. What I have issues with is like Or when I do have that is like mollies and stuff like that. I don't know why, but they seem to have some pretty weird bladder issues. It's funky. I don't get it. That's awesome. Um, my grandfather gave me his tank when he died a few years ago. That tank was up for 15 years before I got it. So I got a tank about just almost as old as that. Even when I moved it, all I did was drain it and pick it up, move it. I didn't even take all the water out or nothing. So I never actually like shut the tank down. I just moved the damn thing. Yeah. Or overfeeding for some reason. They get backed up and then all that shit and stuff inside of them makes them start floating a little bit too, I've noticed. But usually dojo loaches particularly, they get like they can push that out. Um, unless they're eating super high protein diets, then they can get backed up pretty good. Yeah, they do. Yeah, it does for sure. Um, dojo loaches particularly, they're known to spend months and months out of water just in little mud mud pockets. Even it's pretty crazy. You're not wrong there. And hell, half the time when you, in my experience anyways, when the fish is already to that point, the fish is already gonna die, no matter what you do. You can try, and it might pull through, but in my experience, it's just gonna die. That's awesome. Awesome. Oldest fish I got. Hmm. That black belt back behind me is about 10 years old. Um, hmm, probably about the oldest fish I got right now. Hmm. Yeah, they do get pretty big in the wild. Biggest one I've seen was about 13 inches. Looked like a freaking Subway sandwich. I think it was fat. I never really had too much of an issue with it. I've always just made sure my water was cold and I fed them mostly veggies, and that's worked out great for me. A lot of spirulina and stuff like that. It seems to avoid most of their issues, unless it's just something genetic in that line itself. Yeah, it's weird when really it's just them killing it half the time is why they don't live that long. Platies and live bears and stuff, that's another story. But my mentor, um, he's got a cichlid tank that's over 30 years old, and some of the fish in that are older than I am. What's going on, Yellowstone? Yeah, Subway does sound super good. Yeah, Oscars live super long time too. Super long time. If you can give it a stable enough environment, eels, most eel species can live quite a long time too, like fire eels and tire track eels and stuff like that. And Polypterus or Picers. My oldest fish that I used to have was a Picher. That thing was, I don't even know how old that thing was. I had it ever since I was a little kid. What are we going to do here, guys? I don't know what to do. I'm running out of things and stuff to give you out of my brain. So I need you to think of it for me. Wish my camera would focus a little better on the stuff behind me. Yeah. Now you're going to look at me shooting guns for a few minutes. So, honest question though, what would you guys like to see out of a channel that was put here specifically for you guys? There you go. I need to know. I need to give myself a direction with it so I can make this stuff better for you guys. Nice. Yeah, I own all I own a lot of guns, man. Shotguns, ARs, pistols, all sorts of stuff. I even own semi-automatic submachine guns. I got a PS90. I keep just about everything. I like more of the oddball stuff, like your fire eels and stuff like that. I'll show my stuff at home. Probably won't be going through too much of my stuff at the shop. Trying to keep my business and this channel as far away from each other as I can. It's not for my own personal promotion. I don't want it to be. I don't need it. Um, but yeah, I can definitely do all my stuff here. Um, yeah, I can't guarantee how well my stuff's going to be produced, but I can give you an intro and an outro and some topics. I can definitely do topics, species profiles and stuff. What's bullshit? I've never thought about breeding fire eels. Oh man, everything that is in your tank collection. You work with tanks every day, maybe some years you work with. Yeah, I could do that. Um, I definitely have mastered the art of getting a shitload of tanks done in one day. So maybe I can do something along those lines. Yeah, I know. I understand it's pretty straightforward, but like, I don't know what programs to use. I don't know where to get all my media images from. I don't know none of that. That's my hardest part. I play games on computers. I don't make videos. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely do that. You guys will learn I'm a very yes, I do what I do, but me personally, I'm a very simplified fish keeper. Everything's simple. I don't like nothing getting too crazy. Um, but I definitely have the capacity to do your more elaborate stuff as well. It's not an issue. Yeah. Well, and that's why I kind of like I leave my camera where it's at and the way it's facing because here soon I do plan on, you know, doing water changes and all this shit while I'm doing this stuff with you guys. So I can actually kind of half-ass show you. Um, super simple. Mhm. I'm sorry, but there's so many goddamn YouTube tutorials. I just don't want to do that. I'll show you what I do though. Are you talking about watching tutorials on how to do that stuff? Because I don't know if I even have the capacity or want to do that either. I almost just want to figure out what program to use and dive in. So I can figure something out. Yeah, I can definitely do stuff like that. I want to like bring to the light a lot of stuff in the saltwater world, like negative space aquascaping and stuff like that, that not very many people are accustomed to or do or even know about. Yeah, I understand it. I'm trying my best not to do the same thing every other fish channel out there is doing. That's my biggest thing. What do you mean by don't fall into the talk, whatever? Kind of cute. Don't understand that question if I'm being honest. Or statement. Yeah, I'm sure we all do. My biggest thing is I'm super against being a dick for no reason. So if you ain't got a reason to be a dick, don't be a dick. And that's how I roll. I do. I do. I'm just like I said, I don't want to incorporate my business into any of it in any way, shape, or form. So I'm still trying to figure out how to do that. But the knowledge is a whole nother story. Yeah, on YouTube right now, I'm just doing live streams talking about random topics and stuff. That's really that's really all I do right now. This is technically only my third live stream on here. No, I'm not a gun dealer licensed by the feds. I do have my level 3, but, that submachine gun I have is semi-automatic, meaning it's legal to own. If it was fully automatic, we'd have an issue. And in Ohio, it's legal to buy, sell, and trade guns in private setting, so I guess. Hey, man. Well, you gotta get out there and make friends, man. That's how all these people got here. I still don't have very many people. Shit. It's just all my friends. My main goal is to push the reptile and the fish community as close together as I can. Hey, I wouldn't say it's comfort. We need that shit, man. Ain't nobody does some shit like ain't nobody does anything like that, man. It gets boring. I'm tired of the same shit all the time. All the time. This is my new fish. This is my new setup. This is how to take care of this fish. This is how to do, put together this setup. Like it gets how do I put it? Bland. It's very bland to me, anyways. And yeah, certainly live and shit the fuck up. I've been watching like Fishy Biz for a while on and off, and like I've never seen him talk or act like that ever. So you're definitely busting people out of their shell a little bit too. That's pretty much where we're at, just because like, but yeah, that's my biggest thing. 2 seconds here. I gotta get up real fast and go check on the dogs, and I'll be right back. Yeah. And I am, Eduardo. I just trying to take it easy and not offend anybody at the same time. It's pretty easy to do. Right. What's going on, AQ? What is going on? Here in a few minutes here. I am. Oh, I made the wrong. I set the wrong link for the Nerd Discord. That was to one that I made for the moderators of the nerd community. A second here. All right. This is the actual nerd community. Disregard the one that I sent earlier. Sorry, guys. How's it going, Fish Central? Oh, man. Here in a few minutes, I'll throw a link up if anybody wants to come up here and chit chat. Tell you what, though, it sucks I took today off because I have to pack all that shit that I had to do today into my schedule for tomorrow. The first thing I got to do tomorrow is drive 2.5 hours away from here to go check on a tank that I got set up. That hotel, that big 1,200 gallon, 1,300 gallon, something like that. Yeah, it can be pretty confusing. Most people have their servers set up pretty funky, with too many channels and stuff. But um, like ours, the nerd one, it's pretty straightforward. Different chats for different things. That's about it. Pretty much like a live 24/7 chat, just with options, I guess. Just gotta look past all the flooded bullshit. Mm. Cylinder tanks are a pain in the ass, especially to clean in there if they're taller than like 7 feet. Then you have to actually like get in there, and it sucks because half the time they got that center column display that goes all the way up to the top of the fucking tank. So you gotta squish yourself between that and the glass, and try to scrub the walls of the tank and everything else. I don't know if we'll be getting too crazy, but I don't mind a little little bit. Yeah, I had a contract for the aquarium that I live by. I go over there and clean some of their tanks once a month, and they're all. I have to use actual like diving equipment to get in there and clean some of the tanks. It's got a umbilical mask, which means it's got an air pump above the surface to pump air down to me without needing a pressurized tank, which is a even bigger pain in the ass if you got to clean a tank. Let's hope somebody gets it going again someday, because it's a shame. Oh, I plan to choose wisely. Sounds like a pretty cool tank. I wonder if I can get permission to film while I'm at the zoo. I have to get an underwater camera though. Have any of you guys ever worked for an aquarium maintenance company or anything similar to it? I'm assuming Tank has, from what he's talking. Well, obviously, he has set up at least. Yeah, definitely noticed like some of my competitors and stuff are really very tightly wound. Put it that way. My biggest problem is just finding people with the skill set that I need to take care of some of the animals that I have. Because after the third or fourth employee killing a few $1,000s worth of fish and corals and what the fuck else, um, you get a little, yeah, yeah. And I'm the same way, but like, there's no reason to be a dick about it. Period. Mm. My biggest thing is if you can feed my fish the way I need them to be fed, which should be pretty damn simple, right? But oh, that'll crash a tank real fucking fast. Real fast. Did he fire him after it? After he told him to do it? Because that's a dick move. Yeah, that's yeah. All right, I kind of get what's going on here. I'm gonna nip that shit in the butt real quick, Discus. So don't be bringing that shit in here, please. Don't need none of that. We're all friends here. Yeah, I definitely notice a lot of the people that are very particular are also very hard to work for. Half the time they're just straight up a dick. So, I'll tell you what though, it is a hell of a time trying to figure out what corals and stuff are safe to go with this freaking octopus because it says it's not reef safe. So I'm trying to find like corals and anemones in its natural habitat that it, I mean, some along those lines. Nice. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I do set up an installation and acquisitions, meaning acquiring hard to find species of fish or anemones or whatever. Just about anything, plants too. Um, and I also do maintenance as well. Whole 9 yards. That's dumb. I don't like cell phones either. Just put a link out if anybody wants to come up. 25 minutes before probably shut this down. Right. Only reason I have is for work and to talk to you guys. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'll be watching too. I love it. It's fun. Yeah. Fuck, I have a straight talk phone. I pay $45 a month and that's it. Heck yeah. I know I was one of them, tanked. You know what? There ain't nothing wrong with the party channel either. Right. Right, Eduardo. And not just a fish manner, because this shit gets boring after a while. So it would be nice to get to know a lot of people, a lot of these people on different levels. And I got a new fish today. Ooh, moved something around in my tank today. You know what I mean? It just gets on. We don't have enough time to sit there and talk, and that gives us a chance to actually get to know people a little better and in a fun way. Right. Like me, I'm reclusive as hell. And I'm sorry if you don't want that. I feel sorry for you. Right. Right. Hmm. Hmm. Taco Tuesday. I don't know. I was gonna have some Salisbury steak for dinner. Yeah, I don't feel like going out anymore. My daughter's gonna get dropped off here in a bit, so that should be fun. Halfway there. Halfway there. Shit, I was surprised I got 40 subscribers the first stream I made. That was kind of shocking. Yeah, my house runs on natural gas. I just decided not to turn it on this year. Just running a few heaters. It's actually no more expensive than what it is without it or with it. At least for me. I just got a newer house though too. So yeah. I wish it was just all electric like everything the fuck else in my house, but no. Yeah, that'd be cool. I think for a while though, I'm gonna. I don't know if you're talking about me or Shanna, but for myself, anyways, if I even get to that point, just put everything back into the channel. Be a second. Well, yeah. Well, my biggest thing, the only reason I'm doing mine is I don't really have time to sit there and put together a video the way I would like to. If I start doing that, I'm like, it's going to look nice. I'm not going to just throw some shit together. It's Holly. She is a Weimaraner Lab mix, and Dixie, my other dog, she's a mutt. I don't know. They're both all black dogs. Holly looks like a lab with super long floppy ears, and Dixie kind of looks like almost like a greyhound. She's super skinny and lanky. She's always been like that. No, actually, I've had Holly since she was 18, and my mom had Dixie since she was a puppy as well. This is that Viper Spectra light. It's actually rather heavy. It's got like a digital, so you get it pretty accurately. Tested it with my par meter the other day. It works out pretty nice. I really like the nodes on this one. Super, super nice, especially for a nice starter light. This is the bigger version. They have one that's only about half this size. But they're nice for, I'd say, a nice starter light if you want to get into a little bit of corals and stuff, some simple stuff. They do really well. Comes with a remote and all sorts of fancy stuff, and nice hanger clips and stuff. I think this one was like $250. Oh, I don't know off the top of my head here. Let me see. I'm trying to look at the manual. Tell me right off the rip. Wait a second here. Pull it up. You can get these off of Amazon. Pretty cheap for what they are. It's actually where I got my original one that I had before they sent me these. Where the fuck? Trying to find it doesn't really tell you what one exactly. It's 165 watt, 300 watt LED, full spectrum, coral reef marine. I just know they make two of them. One has one fan and the other has two. I got the bigger one, the one that has two. Yeah, I can pull up a link to this one. Exactly. Looks like this is a lot cheaper than when I bought my original one too, by about $100. These are only about 150 bucks. Pretty nice. Super bright. I was impressed. I tested well on the par meter. Well, it came in 2 different messages. That's weird. Well, I got 3 of them. I was thinking about throwing 2 of them up over a 75 and calling it that. You probably put it over. It do well over a 29, like the taller 29s. There you go. Definitely have enough power to penetrate a bit. I have. I like them in certain more for freshwater stuff, but not necessarily for salt waters and stuff. I'm not like king shit with the salt water, so I don't trust myself using lights that aren't necessarily made for it. I know how to put everything together and set it all up. You know what I mean? That's take care of stuff, but for long term use, I don't. I just don't trust it for myself more than anything. That and half the time I'm not paying for the stuff anyway, because my customers. But have a good night, AQ. John. Try to remember. Yeah. Yeah, metal halides are honestly, if you can afford it, the way to go. They just you gotta be careful though, because you'll boil your fucking shit alive. Yeah, at the shop I do. I don't have any here at home. They make like pendant lights and stuff that would be good for that, like smaller pendant lights. That would be good for that. You can find them on Amazon for 20. Just I say cheap, but I still mean like 150 to $300. That's kind of cheap for Coralite, in my opinion. Yeah, Night Crew has one. It's $100. I don't know how to pronounce it. Lamini, $69. And I got a nice one by Willis. It's kind of similar to the one I got, just not as high quality, I'd say. I don't think it'd put out the same spectrum, but that would work too to get you started. It's $91. Hero Aquatics, WRGB. That's actually a pretty well known company. It's $139 for a pendant light from them. Actually, pretty good. If you've heard of what's his name, yeah, he's a little Japanese kid on YouTube does fish. Fuck, can't remember his name. What is his name? Yeah, the bulbs are ridiculous. Hero, where the fuck? Can never remember his name. I have to get back to you on it. Yeah, I do plan on setting up saltwater here at home here soon. That's why I haven't used that one yet. I just haven't been willing to fork up the money for a light. That's the only reason I don't really have any at home. Although I could always do like a nice Fowler display and just not have any corals and stuff here at home. I just choose not to, I guess. Want something pretty. Well, yeah, I have some really nice clowns that I do breed, but I just I don't know. I already have over 200 tanks to take care of. Why take care of another one, especially at home? That and besides the two tanks I have out in my living room and my kitchen, whatever is in here is what I got. I don't if it don't fit in here, it doesn't come in here. All right. I think we're gonna call it quits here in a couple minutes. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting bored. And then people are starting to get busy too. Hmm. Does anybody have any questions? Thanks, Phoenix. Yeah, I definitely got to keep you guys posted as best as I can. Let's make sure to set up a good schedule it ahead of time for you guys. At the very least. Quite sure we're gonna get into next time. You guys gave me lots of ideas. I'll probably end up doing another one sometime before the end of the week. I get bored. I know you guys do too, especially when there ain't nobody else on. As long as I'm not at work. Well, all right, guys. You have a good day. I will see you in a couple days. Have fun.